starting to wonder, was it true? Because we all knew that these shots are exclusive to the Super Soldier program, and we all knew that the Super Soldier program is top secret stuff in the military. So the minute that needle came out, I looked suspicious to everyone in that room, and I could not deny that. And then I began to have a memory, and I had a memory in my head of being extremely feverish, as in drenched in sweat, and I was dying. And there was this big white guy working on me around the clock to save my life. But nothing he was doing was successful. And finally he said, "You're going to die unless I do something drastic. Your body is not fighting off this virus, even a little bit. So it's either I do this or you die." And he held up the needle, and I just nodded because I was so weak. I just nodded, and he put it in my arm. The next day, the fever was gone. I was well. I was up. I was dressed. I was strong, and I was ready to continue walking across America back to my family. So this happened on the journey, maybe before I met up with the others. I didn't ask that man what he had given me, and he didn't explain. But from the time that I took the shot, my vitals and my stamina were perfect, stellar, above average. I was never tired. I was never weak. I was never that sleepy. And I was really just above what you think the average normal female can do. The only drawback was whenever I had to go to the bathroom, whatever was in that shot, it altered everything that takes place inside a normal human being. And urine and the other thing were just above what people should be able to produce. And so I held on. Is that keeping a needle of the top secret army stuff was one of the most irresponsible and foolish things that any person in the program can do. There is never supposed to be any proof that you know of the program or you were in the program, and that includes all the people who serve in the program, so all the people who enter data, all the people who do the experiments, all the doctors, all the high-level people who walk in and say, "Can he climb on the wall yet?" And of course, us, the soldiers. Nobody was supposed to talk about it. And if something goes wrong, you are instantly considered disposable, and everything about you will be wiped, and no records of your existence will be kept. Here is the information that was now coming into me. If you took super shots, you were different. If you took super shots, you were elite. You were considered automatically above the other soldiers. And that had its good side and its bad side. Everybody wanted to get into this program for super soldiers, but it was highly selective. So it was only for people who naturally had the higher stamina, the higher strength, basically people who were outperforming others normally out in the field. People avoided you if you were chosen for this program. And at the same time, other people wanted to be close to you because they wanted to learn more about the program and how to get in. Taking super shots segregated any soldier into a high-level program for non-stop study and observance. This program had endless perks, but if anything went wrong, they would cut you loose right away and give you a fast discharge to minimize fallout and minimize anything wrong with you being linked back to the army. Sometimes people died, and nothing was ever said about them afterwards. The army avoided exposure like the plague and was well known to be willing to do anything to protect their agenda. And of course, here are the points that you need to know. There is indeed a secret soldier program that exists in the United States. My sole proof for this is the fact that God says so. So God says that they are training soldiers here in the United States outside of the normal Army, Air Force, Marine, Navy. There is another program that is called Super Soldier Program. And in that program, they are trying to draw out of people who are already at peak performance. So these are the peak performers. They are enhancing these people by going past normal gym workouts and giving them the best food and giving them access to the best medical care. This is gene level therapy. They are working with the DNA inside these people. Any DNA that makes a man naturally tall or makes a woman naturally tall, makes a man faster, makes a woman faster. People who are naturally born with these gifts from God. The Super Soldier Program is trying to crack the code that God put in these people, and catapult it to the next level. And this is classic Satan for you, because many of the things that happen here in America, they are motivated by the same lust that motivated the devil to say that he wanted to exalt his throne above God. So